So like currently for me, this is like the lowest point right there. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Caliber 24/7. Welcome back to my YouTube channel as I bring you a brand new epic Forex episode. It is a Monday and we are analyzing for the next coming week. Of course, this is your weekly analysis, and we're going to be diving deep into different pairs, looking what the market gives us for this coming week so that we can kill the market and make more profits. So without wasting more time, let's jump straight into today's video. But before we do that, please make sure that you are subscribed if you have not yet clicked on the subscribe button, like the video as well, and don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload dope epic videos like this one. So let's jump straight into today's video. Yo, AUD JPY, this is one of the pairs that I have been finding value in lately. We caught the sell. We made profits all the way to the downside. This was epic. Free money, guys. Free money. Go watch the previous videos. You will see. We smashed it. Oh, plus I did upload one of my strategies last week, so the link will be on the description and the video will pop up right now at the top of the screen, so you can just go and check that one out. See how I take my entries using Fibonacci. So let's not waste any further time. Let's analyze AUD JPY for this week's market and see what's happening. But before we do that, remember, we all start with top-down analysis. Top-down analysis is the most important thing when it comes to forex trading, when it comes to price action, right? You don't want to start from smaller time frames going to up, but you want to start up going down. So we're gonna start from daily, and we just want to trade what's happening on the now, right? We don't want to wait and trade what's happening previously and whatnot. So what we're going to do is, since this is a daily, I know for some people it's very much intimidating. Oh, this guy is talking about bigger time frames. This setups will never happen whatsoever. Whoa, chill. I'm here for you guys. I got you covered. So first things first, you analyze, you identify your highest points, of course. So this is the current resistance zone right there. And now that we have out of the way, we can also look for what we call support, and this is the closest. We don't want to go far, right? Now let's drop to 4 hours. All right, now that we're on 4 hours, we see that the market is nicely rejecting on this level right here, which is the resistance from a bigger time frame, right? So now we want to add our trends. As we can see that this is an uptrend. Draw your channel. This will help you to identify your breakouts. For example, this one, let me see something here. All right, this is not yet a break, guys, so I'll still fine like this. Right, so here the market has been bouncing off these two levels. It got there, now it's rejecting. Two things can happen. It's either market will break to the upside or break below the downside. So in this case, we are more hyped about selling this market because we come from a resistance, and once it breaks up below this trend line, then we're going to take more selling opportunities. Now let's drop to 1 hour to make more sense out of the situation. All right, just about here, guys, we have what we call a support zone. As you can see, the market has been bouncing off this area, has been resisting on that area. Basically, we're on a ranging market on 1 hour, right? But coming from a bigger time frame, we still remember that the market comes from a resistance, as we can still see this yellow line or this gold horizontal line right there, and the market is just playing around those two areas, right? So let me remove this one so that the chart is much more cleaner. So what's happening basically, guys, is that I'm more hyped once the market sells or drops below this ultimate support, because like this is a support trend, this is a support zone. The market, once it breaks both these levels, there's nothing that's stopping the market to go all the way down to here, right? So if I am to take an entry, probably once it breaks. So that's going to be that. Let me bring it in a bit closer. My stop loss would be just somewhere above that zone, and the take profit would be there. So the risk ratio is 3 times, or it's 3%, this movement right here. So the pair would give me 3% of my initial lot size or trade or whatsoever. So I'll be risking only what? Yo, the stop loss is too much now right there. That's a big stop. But anyways, it depends with the time frame. We can go as low as 15 minutes just to try and make more sense. But this looks good. My minimum stop loss is like 50 pips, which is 500 points. This is quite good for me. This is quite decent. And what's happening here is the market is going to give me now 4% now that my stop loss is a bit tight. So as you guys can see, I am more hyped about selling this particular pair once it breaks below this zone. But now that I've added this zone, I'm gonna keep a close eye. Once the market drops below this and I take a trade, I'm gonna keep a close eye on this market, because two things can happen. The market can shoot down like this, break of course, go back up for a retest and break this level as well, go ultimately to the downside, and the market continues to do what it does best. Or this can happen, right? The market can come like this, do that, give us a double top, because this is a super big support for the now. Like currently this is a big support, and the market can continue to do that, probably push to that, and then the market can just be playing between these two zones. It doesn't matter how long it takes, the market can do whatever it wants at the end of the day. So that is what I'm anticipating on this pair, but I'm more hyped about selling at this point in time. So let's drop down to 15 minutes to show you another entry. Alright guys, so once it breaks below this trend line on 15 minutes, right? Remember this break, I'm anticipating it from a 1 hour time frame or 4 hours time frame, but this one I'm anticipating it from 15 minutes. We can also check this one out on 1 hour. Let's see if it does not look too tight. Yeah, there's still room. So you definitely, once the market breaks below this, you can take your entries all the way till at least this support, and from here you start to protect your profits, monitor your trades, see what's happening, and should the market break this level again, you add your second entry all the way down to this zone right here, and from this zone see what happens. The market pushes down, then you enter one more trade, which is the last trade, and from there you hold all the way to the take profit level, which is the anticipated level right there. So I hope you guys understand AUD JPY. Let's jump on to another pair. Remember guys, we do top down analysis. So like currently for me, this is like the lowest point right there, but we still do have this one as well, so I might as well just add these two. This one has been broken of course, so I'm just gonna remove that one. It's not that important. Now for resistance levels, this is like the highest point right there, so I'm not going to be looking into that far, or that far of a resistance. I'm just going to look onto something recent, and right here this is a resistance zone, so I'm just going to take that. If not this one, probably that one, but for now I'm just going to use this one. Now we add our trend lines. Alright, on a 4 hour time frame guys, we can see that this is the resistance that I highlighted. This is the support from a daily time frame, so the market is coming closer and closer towards the support, because the market is a downtrend for now. So what's really happening here is we're gonna wait for the market to touch this support zone, and then that's when we're looking to buy. But for now we are still trading between these two trends, which is a good thing. What's happening here is this is a resistance, this is a support. If you don't know what support and resistance is yet, I'm going to put the link down on the description. Make sure you do check those basic videos. And so from here, the market is supposed to sell, right? So let's drop to like 60 minutes. 60 minutes, we see that we have this downtrend still. The lines are intact. This is the reason why I love trading view. We still have that resistance zone. Now we can no longer see that support zone unless, of course, we're shrinking the chart, which is like that. So what's happening here is we are trading between these two trends, and we can see every time the market touches this trend line, the market drops. Every time it touches this one, the market drops. So we can extend this one just a bit, so that in the near future, should the market come to touch at least this zone, we know that we are now potentially more likely to close our take profits, or we close our profits, and or rather start protecting, and now start from here looking for more buying opportunities to the upside. So it's quite simple. Here's what I'll do. Let me just drop to 15 minutes. it's going to be much clearer there. Now we add one more trend line so that we can find our entry point, right? We want to find our entry points. All right, so this is what I'm looking at personally. I'm just gonna wait for the market to break below this trend, but this is like too far, so I'm just gonna probably use this one, see how the market plays out. So this one is like cutting in and out. Let's see, I'd say here there was a break and this is a retest. So I just don't like how the lines are sitting. So I'm just gonna move the lines to the most recent touches and see what's happening right there. This is much better already. So what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna wait for the market to break below this trend, right? The trends, no one is wrong with their trend lines, guys. You can put your trends any way you like. They just need to make sense to you. This is what I always tell my students. The lines, they need to make sense to you. You don't need to impress me. I don't need to impress you. I just do what I do every day, and that is what gets me paid at the end of the day or at the end of the week, because I pay myself, and you should as well, as long as you keep on making this profits. So here what I'm expecting is once the market breaks below the support, which is a trend line, then definitely we are looking to sell all the way down to probably down to that trend line, because that's what we see the market is doing. It's playing between these two trends. I don't want to focus too much on like your horizontal supports and resistance. At this point, like, we have too many support zones and none of them is like major to me unless it has like two touches, almost like this one. Probably this is the one that I take like a bit serious. So if I am to take trades and hold, I'd say just about this area right here, the market would drop all the way to that point, and yeah, that's how we'll capitalize. But anything is quite possible. The market can still break to the upside, remember, but the trend on from a bigger time frame, it is that the trend is a downtrend. So the market is not more likely to break above, but anything can happen. So just so you're prepared, only take trades once the market breaks below that trend line, and then we are good to go for a sell. Now there's a reason why I'm highlighting this area in specific, the support zone right here, and not only this one. I see that the market bounced before, came back, and it failed to break. Like, look at this, it bounced here, it pushed back up, came back, it pushed back up. That would have been a support, and in the future it came back and then it pushed up, so we could have capitalized on that. Here it broke, okay, cool. Here it pushed up, fine. It pushed back down and then pushed back up, which is, it's more similar to that. And then now the market is almost coming to that zone and it's already pushing up. It came almost to that zone, it pushed back up. So we're just gonna see as we go on smaller time frames to see if this makes more sense. We can still take more buying opportunities, or rather we wait to take more selling opportunities once it breaks below that. So we'll see when we go to smaller time frames. This is simple, guys. The market repeats itself. Probably you've had this over and over, but you can check this movement right here to here. It's the same, just that that is a big move in terms of like scale. It's huge. But if you check that and this on 4 hours, it looks the same. It's one and the same thing. It's one and the same thing. It will never be exactly the same, but it's the same thing. Look, this is an impulse, correction, or consolidation, and then impulse. So definitely we are eventually gonna break this level right here to that one, because I saw that the pattern happened here and it's happening here. So we just need to know when is the right time to sell, when is the right time to buy, and that's just how you capitalize on this market. Quite easy, guys. Take your time, learn, and you will make money eventually. So this is 4 hours, and this is like the reason why, like I said, it consolidated there, bought. That was a very much strong support, as you can see. Came back, double top, pushed back to the upside, almost came and touched, pushed back. So it's gonna come back down here, and probably this looks like this part right here looks like that part. So let me show you what I'm talking about. this part looks like this part. Can you see that? Looks almost exactly like that. So what's expected here is for the market to sell all the way probably to here and then push back to do this move right there. So if I am to copy this one more time and show you what I'm talking about, it's this, right? Looks exactly like that. The market has a high potential chance to come back to that, to retest this zone right here. So you're just gonna have to be a bit more patient, see what's happening. But let's drop to even smaller time frames to see what's happening. Now the reason why I'm taking this as a support is simply because we have 1, 2, 3 touches. So at least a minimum of 2 touches is quite valid. And if we have more, then hey, that's good. So it even makes your trend line to be that strong. And yeah, we can capitalize more of that trade. However, this market has been ranging on a downtrend, so we are still strong towards the downside. Let's go to 1 hour and see what's happening there. USD on 1 hour, it's ranging. This looks like AUD JPY, if I remember well. The market is playing between these two zones right here, these two, and this one as well. This is a strong ranging market, and as you guys can see, this ranging market is coming closer and closer towards that resistance zone, which is trending. So more sells are more likely to happen at least once the market touches that zone. So we're gonna have to be a bit more patient. But should the market not reach that price and decides to sell, already I see an M pattern. Let me zoom in. Right here, there's almost something like that, looks like an M. Actually, that is an M, you know. So what's happening here is, I'm just gonna put this. Wait for the market to break below this support zone. This is how you do it, guys. This is easy peasy. Wait for the market to break below this support zone right there. Once it breaks below, come back for a retest and then sells off towards the downside. Then you capitalize more on the selling opportunities. So this is what I'm talking about, right? Easy peasy. This is just how the market works. Probably the retest will be also based on this zone, simply because this is a support at this point in time. So of course the market would have to retest on a support. It won't just retest anyway. It needs to be a specific support or resistance that it has broken, right? But it's not always a must that the market touches it, but at least it comes near it and it uses that as a reference of whatever. So yeah, that's it from today's video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. I wish I could analyze more pairs because I still have more pairs strapped up on my watch list, but that would just take long than expected because now I'm explaining each and every process on the video as I am drawing those trends. I'm no longer doing those videos whereas I analyze, and then I come back and give you the conclusion. So now I take you step by step on each and everything that I do. So that takes a bit more time than usual. So yeah, it is a Sunday as I'm recording this. It's gonna drop tomorrow, which is gonna be Monday by the time you see it. So hopefully you guys do capitalize on the market's movement for that coming week. See what I do. Go check out the Fibonacci strategy that I just dropped. See how I take my entries so that you can also make money. And that it's been your boy Caliber. Make sure that you do subscribe and like the video, of course. Don't forget to turn on the push notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload dope videos like this one. And that it's been your boy Caliber signing out. Peace.